Alright, babe, let's talk about that magic number, $1 million. Sounds huge, right? But here's the thing, about 1,700 new millionaires pop up every single day. If they can do it, so can you. The difference isn't luck, it's positioning. How valuable are you to the marketplace? How rare is your skill? Because the market pays what it thinks you're worth. I went through a ton of people who made their first million recently, and trust me, it's not always fancy degrees or Silicon Valley miracles. It's a strategy. Some of these will sound simple, others wild, but every single one works if you commit. So, grab your iced coffee and let's get into 15 ways to make your first million. Number 1. Be in the top 1% of a lucrative profession. Shocking, right? But the easiest way to make $1 million is to be really freaking good at a job that pays really freaking well. Doctors, lawyers, and top-level managers in the US and Europe average over $150,000 a year. Get specialized and you can double that. The key word here is specialize because the market pays extra for rare skills. But let's keep it real, you don't need to spend a decade in med school. The highest paying job with the lowest barrier to entry? Sales. If you know how to sell yourself, a product, a dream, you can write your own paycheck. The top 1% of salespeople make over $250,000 a year, meaning they hit millionaire status in just 4 years. And bonus. Learning to sell is like getting a golden key. It opens every other door on this list. If you want to start now, read the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone or the Sales Bible by Jeffrey Gitomer. They're not light reads, but they'll teach you how to make money talk back. Number 2. Write several books that sell. Listen, you don't need to be the next J.K. Rowling or E.L. James. You just need readers who vibe with your story or your niche. To hit the New York Times bestseller list, you only need to sell around 10,000 copies, sometimes even half that if you've been there before. Write one good book, and you'll get lucky. Write 5 or 10, and luck runs out of excuses. Take Amanda Hawking, rejected by every publisher, broke, and just wanted gas money to go to a Muppets convention. She self-published on Kindle, made $20,000 in a month, uploaded the rest of her novels, and 20 months later, she'd made over $2.5 million. The lesson? The internet doesn't care if publishers said no. If you can find your readers, you can find your money. And if you've got a podcast, YouTube channel, or even a small audience, they'll support your work just because they want to be part of your story. Number 3. License a patent or trademark to a big company. If you're more of a builder than a writer, this one's for you. Got a genius idea? You don't have to start a whole company, just license it to someone who can. Example, Lonnie Johnson. Never heard of him? You've heard of his invention, the Super Soaker. He didn't create a company, he licensed the design to Hasbro and took a 3% royalty on every unit sold. That deal made him over $100 million. Now he's sitting on more than 80 patents and worth over $350 million. Patents can be pricey, but you can protect your ideas cheaply. Write everything in detail, burn it to a USB, and mail it to yourself sealed. The postmark is proof of creation if anyone ever tries to steal your concept. If your idea works and fills a gap, that envelope could be worth more than gold. Number 4. Start a dropshipping company under your own label. If you've got taste and Wi-Fi, babe, you can start a business. Dropshipping is the ultimate no inventory, no warehouse, no problem hustle. You find a supplier who makes and ships products for you. Your job is to make people want them. Here's how it works. Say you find someone who sells weight loss tea for $5 a bag. You sell it on your site for $20. When someone buys, you pay the supplier $5. They handle the packaging and shipping, and you keep the extra $15. That's called profit, darling. This isn't theory. Greta Van Riel literally built an empire like this. She started selling detox teas on Instagram and hit $500,000 a month within 6 months. During product launches, she cleared over $1 million in a single day. Even Kylie Jenner's company uses a similar model, everything outsourced, 6 employees, and a billionaire founder. The trick? Build hype, make it aesthetic, and own the brand. Number 5. Start a small business and keep growing. Let's be honest, most millionaires didn't reinvent the wheel. They just built something that solved a problem, then scaled it. Every small business starts with 3 steps. Spot a problem. Offer the fix. Get paid. Once the money flows, you bring in people to handle the boring stuff while you focus on growing the brand. The hustler mindset isn't about flashy moments, it's about consistency. You don't need a massive idea to win, you just need something people already want, presented better than the competition. And if you're thinking of starting your first business but feel overwhelmed, that's normal. Just remember, every brand you admire started small. Starbucks was one coffee shop. Fenty started with a few shades of foundation. Dream big, start tiny, move fast. Number 6. Aggressively save money and invest in index funds. This one's not sexy, but it's powerful. Compound interest is literally money's way of multiplying itself while you sleep. Even Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world, and you don't argue with Einstein. Here's how it works. Let's say you earn $50,000 a year and save 10%. It'll take 40 years to hit $1 million. Not fun. But if you grow your income, save more, and invest smarter, that number shrinks fast. Start with index funds, like the S&P 500. It's basically a basket of the 500 top companies in the US. If one tanks, another replaces it. Historically, it's brought in around 10% a year, which beats most savings accounts by a landslide. Apps like Vanguard and Robinhood make it ridiculously easy to start. And if you need a game plan, grab Money, Master the Game by Tony Robbins. It breaks down how to grow rich safely, no hustle, no crypto chaos, just logic and patience. Number 7. Launch your own crypto project, aka do an ICO. Crypto's basically the wild west of money, chaos, gold rushes, and the occasional genius who walks away with a fortune. If you don't already know, an ICO, initial coin offering, is like crowdfunding but for crypto. You create a token, sell it early to raise funds, then build a product that runs on it. If the product blows up, your tokens skyrocket in value. Now listen, I'm not saying you should throw your money into random coins with cartoon dogs on them. That's gambling. Instead, create your own blockchain-based idea. Solve a real problem, build a small investor base, and once people see results, then launch your ICO. Finance, art, healthcare, even real estate, blockchain is rewriting all of it. So, if you want to be early to the next gold rush, start learning how the tech actually works. Even if you don't cash in right away, that knowledge is going to age like fine champagne. Number 8. Buy a franchise and make it pop off. Not everyone wants to invent something, and that's fine. Sometimes the smart move is to buy a system that already works. That's what a franchise is, a business in a box. Think Starbucks, McDonald's, Subway, all pre-built systems waiting for someone to run them. Here's how it works. You pay a franchise fee, plus a small percentage of what you earn. In return, you get all the tools, branding, and support you need to start strong. Some franchises start at just $10,000, while others, like Dunkin' Donuts, can cost up to $90,000 upfront. But they also want proof you've got about $250,000 in liquid assets so you don't tank after month 1. The upside? If you can manage people and follow instructions, this can be $1 million path with training wheels. Number 9. Create a subscription service where 1,000 people pay you $83 a month. Okay, babe. Let's do some quick millionaire math. There are a ton of ways to hit 7 figures. 5,000 people paying $17 per month. 2,000 paying $42 per month. 1,000 paying $83 per month. Any combo of those equals your first million. That's why everyone's obsessed with subscriptions right now. Netflix, Apple Music, Patreon, OnlyFans. Recurring money means predictable wealth. To make it work, focus on value plus loyalty. People will happily stay subscribed if they get something that feels worth more than what they pay, even better if it feels exclusive. Once you realize the numbers behind it, getting rich stops feeling mysterious. It's just math and lip gloss. Number 10. Work for someone who's already a millionaire, or better, a billionaire. If you can't beat work with them. Seriously, one of the fastest ways to your first million is by working directly for someone who's already mastered money. Rich people value time more than anything. If you can save them time or make them more money, they'll pay you like you're gold. But here's the trick, you need trust and access. Don't slide into DMs pitching random ideas. That's desperate energy. Instead, find ways to be genuinely useful. Learn their business, help them grow, become indispensable. A lot of millionaires actually work for other rich people. Stats show roughly 1 in 5 millionaires didn't build companies, they worked for the right ones. So find a mentor who's already where you want to be. They'll open doors, give you chances, and eventually pull you into their inner circle. The rich don't hand out opportunities, they hand them down to people who prove they can handle them. Number 11. Go viral on YouTube. Yep, going viral can literally make you rich. Depending on your niche and who's watching, hitting 500 million to 1 billion views could mean millions in ad revenue, brand deals, and opportunities you never expected. Take Gangnam Style. That one goofy music video made over $8 million and turned Psy into an international name. And the video's still making him money years later. But it's not just about ads. Smart creators turn fame into empires. The Paul brothers used YouTube to sell merch, Jeffree Star built a beauty brand, and entire influencer empires were born from one viral moment. YouTube isn't just a platform, it's the new TV. And if you can hook attention and entertain, you can monetize anything from it. Number 12. Build a blog that gets 40+ million views a month. Think bloggingstead? Think again, babe. One viral site can still make millions. Just look at Scott DeLong, the guy behind Viral Nova. He started posting viral-style content on Facebook in 2014, got insane traffic, and sold the whole thing a year and a half later for $100 million. At one point, he was making over $1 million a month from ads alone. Now, pulling 40 million readers a month isn't easy, but that's not the point. The point is, attention is currency. Whether it's through a blog, newsletter, or content site, if you can get eyes, you can get paid. Find what people obsess over, package it better, and ride that wave before everyone else catches on. Number 13. Make an app 1 million people actually use. Apps are still printing money, babe, if you know how to make people keep coming back. Candy Crush once made nearly $1 million a day. Calm, the meditation app, hit a $250 million valuation, and Fortnite made $1 billion in just 3 months from in-app purchases. The pattern? Retention and revenue per user. The longer people stay, the richer you get. If you can build something people need, a game, a productivity tool, a self-care tracker, whatever, the money follows. There's a great book called How to Build a $1 Billion App that breaks down how Candy Crush and other hits started small and blew up. Worth your time if you're serious about building something digital that scales. Number 14. Get over 100,000 Twitch subscribers. Live streaming isn't just for gamers anymore, it's a money machine. Twitch lets creators stream live and earn from multiple sources: paid subs, donations, sponsorships, and brand deals. Top streamers like Ninja were making $500,000 to $1 million a month just from playing games on camera. Even mid-tier creators with around 50,000 loyal subs can clear 7 figures a year with enough engagement and tipping. It's all about consistency, personality, and community. People pay not just to watch, but to belong. So if you've got charisma and a mic, Twitch or YouTube Live can become your full-time income with zero inventory and zero boss. Number 15. Buy, flip, repeat. Classic. Simple. Still undefeated. Buy low, sell high. Then do it again and again. That's literally capitalism in heels. You can flip sneakers, cars, houses, antiques, or anything people crave. The margins are everywhere if you know where to look. Take Benjamin Kicks. He started reselling sneakers in high school. One pair led to another, celebrities started calling, and now he's making over $1 million a year reselling kicks. His biggest single sale? A $20,000 pair of sneakers. The game doesn't change, just the products do. Find the gap between what people will pay and what something actually costs. That's your profit margin, babe. Number 16. Go wild with an idea so crazy it just might work. Sometimes the dumbest ideas make the most money. Someone literally made $15 million selling pet rocks. Another guy sold pixels on his website for $1 each until he hit $1 million. A woman made millions selling sunglasses for dogs. And yes, There's even a business where people pay to have a message written on a potato. The point? Don't underestimate weird. The world's full of money. It's just waiting for someone bold enough to grab it in a ridiculous way. So if you've got a wild idea that makes people say, wait, seriously? That's your sign to try it. If you're still here, write first million in the comments, because you're not just watching, you're manifesting. Hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned, because at Rich Girl Advice, we don't just talk money, we multiply it.